Hello guys, and welcome to another ProfileTree video. So in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the web development tools. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So just to get started, web development tools are software applications or frameworks that of course assist developers in creating, testing, debugging and optimizing websites or web applications. Now, these tools streamline the development process, enhance productivity, and provide features of efficient coding, designing, and collaboration. Now, I'm going to go through some of the commonly used web development tools. So, right in front of us, we've got a text editor and integrated development tool, which is an IDE. Now, what we have here is a tool called Visual Studio Code, and this is great for syntax highlighting, auto completion, debugging capabilities for the various programming languages. And that's not all. It's not just Visual Studio Code itself. You've got other ones called Sublime Text, Atom, JetBrains, WebStorm, and multiple other powerful code editing tools out there as well. So it's not just the Visual Studio Code itself. Now, there are other ones as well, like version control systems, and this is like Git and Subversion, which help developers manage and track changes in their code base. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that now. Now here we have the Apache Subversion. Now Subversion is a version control system, and it's abbreviated as SVN. This is also the name of a popular centralized version control system, and it's used by software development teams to track changes made to source code, documents, or any other set of files over time. Now, Subversion enables multiple developers to work on the same project simultaneously, so that's great for collaboration and manage different versions of files as well. Like you can merge changes and track the history of modifications, and it offers features like branching, tagging, and conflict resolution to facilitate collaborative software development. Now the same will go for Git. Also, there is another one called GitHub, so it's more or less the same as Subversion, but of course it has its own strengths and weaknesses. Now, another great tool that you could use for web development, which would be the use of Figma. Now, Figma is one of those tools that's a UI or UX developing tool, and it's great for pretty much wireframing. So you can see there wireframing. Of course, we've got our layout there for buttons and cards. We've got navigation. We've got hero section, social proof, features left, features right. So pretty much what the general layout of a website would look. Now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate one of the sites that we actually had here. So I'll go ahead and search it up. Get this opened up. So this is more or less a good demonstration for it. Now, this is a crucial stage in the web development process. So this is a tool that you can use, and you can collaborate with a UI or UX designer if you are a web developer yourself. Now, of course, you will have to gather some information on how you want to lay out a website, whether it's going to be modern, whether it's going to have a classic modern look to it, or whatever sort of theme that you're going for on a website. What's the specifications? What are we aiming for here? How many pages are we going to go for? Is this going to be a landing page? So I would say that this is a crucial step to a web development process. Hence why I would say that this is a tool that you can use. Now, it's not just Figma. Of course, there are other options out there, and I'm sure you could use the likes of Photoshop as well, or even some hand-drawn wireframes, just as long as you've got a nice, lovely base to go for and foundation to work with on a website. So this I would highly recommend to go for as well. So another web development tool that I would recommend are the task runners and build tools like Gulp and Grunt. Now, why would you use a task runner? So what's great about it is they do help streamline and help with the development workflow and improve productivity. So anything that's repetitive, like minification, compilation and unit testing, it'll all do it for you. So it configures it through Grunt or Gulp, so whatever one you're using, it doesn't really matter, just as long as you have a task runner on the background. So that'll just help with the development process when you're building a website. Now, another one that you might want to take into consideration, which would be the performance optimization tools. And you could use the likes of Lighthouse, PageSpeed Insights, and Web Page Test and Analyze, and they'll be able to optimize the performance of websites by identifying issues related to load times, caching, asset optimization, and code efficiency. Now, we'll use ProfileTree as an example. So we'll go to the inspect. We'll get this then brought up for us. Now, if you click on the arrow on the very top, you'll see Lighthouse. You'll get a drop down for that. Now, you'll be able to analyze the actual page load. You can see here our categories. We've got performance, accessibility, we've got our best practices, we've got SEO, progressive web app, and we've got our devices, which is mobile and desktop. So I'll just do the publisher ads as well, and all you need to do is then analyze the page load. So that'll just audit the website for you, as you could see. So while that audits, we're going to go ahead and take a look at another one here called the Page Speed Insights. So these are all pretty much free. So this is the page Speed Insights. So if I search up the URL for ProfileTree.com, it does the analysis for us, and then we can see the largest contentful paint, first input delay, the layout, and then we could diagnose whether there are any performance issues, as you could see. Now, that's just pinging from the mobile area. We could see the performance, accessibility, the best practices at SEO. Everything is reading green apart from our performance. Now, the reason for that is because we may have some issues with our Chrome. Of course, Chrome can affect it greatly when you are using it on a certain browser. So it's what I mean by Chrome is like the Chrome extensions that you use or the actual browser that you use as well. So we have the desktop reading as well. So currently it's reading at 100 for performance. Accessibility is also 98. Best practices at 100 and SEO, which is 100. The only issue is our actual performance for mobile. So you can see that the total blocking time is 300 ms, speed index at 1.6 seconds. So that's how it's doing the tree map. We could have a look at the tree map there as well. So that's what's good about that. Anyway, our one should have loaded here for the Lighthouse. So you can see for Lighthouse, more or less the same as the Page Speed Insights. Performance at 71, accessibility at 96, best practices 92, SEO at 100. So again, more or less the same thing. So you could see that if there were issues that's affecting Lighthouse, then it's more or less to do with Chrome extensions negatively affecting the page load performance. So you need to audit the page in either incognito mode or from a Chrome profile without the extensions. So that's a really handy tool to have when you are doing a web development process. Now, the reason why this is an important stage as well is you want to ensure that your website's actually up to speed. You want to make sure that there's no issues on it. If it does take a long time to load up, of course, you'll have visitors wanting to turn away from the website because of the amount of time that they had to wait for the loading. So that's a couple of things to consider. But guys, that is pretty much it. Now, there are plenty of different tools that you can use. You've got your browser developer tools as well, where you can search up some Chrome dev tools and Firefox dev tools. You got CSS frameworks, and there's all the other applications you can use like Bootstrap, Foundation, Bulma, which is pre-built, and you'll be able to just double check your CSS, JavaScript components, grids and style sheets pretty much, and just check out the speed development process, and just you're there to ensure that it's responsive and visually appealing for the user, whoever is coming in. So just with the likes of this, you want to make sure that no part of the website is out of place or misaligned. So yeah, I can keep going on about the different tools you can use. Of course, there's plenty out there, and it's great that there are some built-in tools as well with all the development tools that are out there, like Visual Code as well, where you can have the debugging tool. But anyways, guys, that pretty much reaches the end of the video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, please do leave a comment in the comment section below. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.